So what do you do instead? Well, tip number one is warming it up properly. Now you don't need to let it sit there and idle for 10 minutes because that can actually cause the engine to overheat and spit coolant out. But what I like to do, start a cold engine with the choke on, maybe let the choke stay on for 30 seconds or whenever it starts running rough, and then I blip the throttle for another minute or so, and then I start riding around in first gear, second gear, putting around at low RPM. And then when I try and give it more gas, if it sputters or it bogs, or if I touch the radiator or engine and it's not super hot, the engine isn't warmed up yet. Once the engine and radiator are too hot to touch and you give it gas and it runs crisp, then the engine is probably fully warmed up. Tip number two is use the proper oil. So if you are racing, riding at high RPM, then you want to use that racing oil with a higher mixture. So 32 to 1, 28 to 1, 21. Yeah, use that more oil. But if you're casually riding at lower to moderate RPM, you like to chug it down low and short shift like me, you want to use a cleaner oil. So like the AMSOIL Interceptor or the Maxima Super M smokeless, it's going to burn a lot more efficiently, and you can also run less oil. So like 40 to 1, 50 to 1, or 60 to 1, depending on your bike and how you ride. Tip number three, ride in the meat of the power band. So if you do like to accelerate hard and get on the pipe and accelerate quickly, then don't over rev it. You want to ride in the meat of the power, which is mid-range to high RPM. Once the engine power starts to drop, you want to shift up a gear. And I've had more people asking me on bike maintenance. How do you make your bike last longer without having to work on it more? Well, I just made a new guide which you can get that can save you up to $300 per year by doing maintenance the proper way at the proper time, allowing you to ride more while working on it less. The link is in the description below. I'm Kelly Figge from MX Hideout. Ride safe, have fun.